I'm Batman.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me? Who's got you?
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I'm a doctor, but probably not the one you expect.
I'm Captain Kirk.
Welcome everyone to a special Geek This Week presentation, and this is my second preview for Pensacon 2023. We are less than 7 weeks away from Pensacon 2023. This video is being recorded January the 7th, and it's shaping to be a great lineup. I'm going to talk briefly about some of the guests that was announced during the 31 days of December, and unfortunately talk about cancellations and give some advice to possible new attendees who may be watching this preview to kind of help them get prepared for Pensacon 2023 and much more. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's talk about the guest announcements. Now, there was a lot of animated voice actors that were announced, and the series that it was announced for, I'm not a fan of. I'm not familiar with it because I'm not a Japanese animation fan. But a lot of voice actors from the series Naruto, I hope I pronounced that correctly, has been announced. So I know a lot of people are excited about that, but it's just not my cup of tea. But what really got my interest peaked during the 31 days of December was the announcements of Jamie Kennedy, Rose McGowan, and Skeet Ulrich, all from the movie Scream. I like the movie Scream. I'm not a big slasher film fan, but I love the Scream fans because of the fact that the first three movies, I never figured out who the killer was before the reveal. And going back and watching those movies the second time, it's like, okay, now that makes sense. That makes sense. So it's the reason why I really like that particular series of movies. So definitely was psyched about that announcement. Also announced is current, not former, but current AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter. And then we're getting two more guests added to the big list of Doctor Who celebrities that are going to be at Pensacon 2023, and the returning guests, Catherine Tate, better known as Donna Noble, and John Barrowman, better known as Captain Jack Harkness, both going to be at Pensacon 2023. Funny, John Barrowman was at last year's Pensacon, and he's going to be here again. So they pulled it off pretty well, getting him back-to-back years at Pensacon. So if you were at Pensacon 2022 and didn't get a chance to meet and get an autograph from John Barrowman, now's your chance. You've got the chance to do that. So, who are you guys excited to see? I've got, if anybody knows me, I'm a big, huge Doctor Who fan, so I'm psyched about all the guests that are going to be there. I've met all the classic Doctors, but not with their companions. So this is going to be awesome to have this there. So, let's talk, unfortunately, about the dreaded cancellations. Good news is we're only less than 7 weeks out, and there's only been 4 cancellations announced. That's amazing, considering how close we are to Pensacon 2023. That's just amazing that it's only that the cancellations are that small. So hopefully it'll stay that way. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and talk about those celebrities who have unfortunately canceled their appearance at Pensacon 2023. And the first one being Alan Oppenheimer. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. He's done a lot of animated voice work, especially if you've been a kid growing up. He did the voice of Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and Merman from the He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. The voice of Ming the Merciless in the Flash Gordon animated series. the Overlord, and the Black Star animated series. These are all cartoons that aired in the early 80s. He's been in multiple episodes of Star Trek Next Generation. Also was played the captain of the USS Odyssey and Deep Space Nine. He's he played Dr. Rudy Wells in the first season of the $6 Million Man. Also played the head IT technician in the cult classic movie Westworld. So he's done a lot in his career, but unfortunately he has canceled and will not be at Pensacon 2023. So the next guest who canceled, and I'm going to try to pronounce her name, and I know I'm going to butcher it, and then I'll spell it out, so please forgive me. Moran Margoris. And no, I butchered it. I'm sorry, I butchered it. So I'm just going to spell it out for you guys, okay? I apologize. First name Mariam. Last name Margoyles. And I apologize. Anyway, from the Harry Potter films, I know a lot of people were looking forward to seeing her. Unfortunately, she's canceled. The last two guests to have canceled are wrestlers. WWE legend, the One Man Gang, who was also known as Akeem, the African Dream, excuse me, not the American Dream, but the African Dream in WWF. He has canceled. And Hardcore Country, the GOAT, the legend herself, Mickie James, is canceled. As Mickie James goes, if you're a wrestling fan and you're familiar with Impact Wrestling, you know Mickie James is currently signed with that promotion, and she's currently in a storyline called The Last Rodeo. The premise is that she's trying to work her way up the roster for a match for the Knockouts Championship, which is Impact Wrestling's Women's Championship. And the stipulation is if she loses a match along the way, that's it. She's done. She'll retire. On January 13th, which is next Friday, she is wrestling the Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace for the title at their pay-per-view Hard to Kill. Impact Wrestling's next pay-per-view is February the 24th, the first day of Pensacon. And they're doing TV tapings after the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. So if Mickie James was going to lose the match, she would finish doing her filming, whatever, goodbyes they would want to do, and she would be done. She'd be freed up to do whatever she wanted to do. So it leads me to believe she's going to win the Knockouts title at Hard to Kill and then defend it at their pay-per-view on February 24th, No Surrender, which is why she's had to cancel. But that's speculation and theory on my part. So photo ops are up, and right now it's just individual photo ops. No group photo ops as of this time have been posted, but more celebrities have been listed up there. And so if you're wanting to do an individual, I would go there and see if the celeb you're wanting's been posted. Don't know when they're going to get the group photo ops up, but they hopefully they'll be up anytime. But yeah, just check it out and see, and go from there. So now what I want to do is just kind of give some advice to try to help new attendees, enjoy the Pensacon experience. And this is just things that I've learned over the years of going to Pensacon. This is my 9th Pensacon, my 8th as a VIP. So one thing is, if you're a VIP, getting into the vendor for 30 minutes before everybody else is tremendous. It's tremendous. Also, too, it's nice if you're worried about, long lines for a certain celebrity. My advice would be go straight in, head to the second floor. You'll be in line before anybody else. The only other people that's going to beat you is VIP pass holders. So that would be one suggestion that I can make to you. Another suggestion is this: the trolley system can be a hit or miss at times. Uh, if if you're physically able to, my recommendation would be uh, walk to the panels. You'll get there quicker and make sure that you don't miss the panels. Uh, One recommendation would be, depending upon where your panel's at, would determine about how long it's going to take you to get there. Rex Theater is about a 12-minute walk from the Base Center, from the front of the Base Center. And the other places they use downtown, the Pensacola Little Theater and the Museum of Commerce, those are about a 15-minute walk from the Base Center. The Coreo de Luna is going to be probably, I would estimate a 20-minute walk. It could be, I would at least give yourself 20 minutes, but it is walkable. And I would recommend, if you're going to a panel, if you're going to use a trolley to go to a Coreo de Luna panel, you need to take, if you're going to do the trolley, you need to get on there at minimum an hour before the panel starts. If you wait any longer and you try to do it 30 minutes before the panel, you may not get to that panel on time, and that panel may have already started or pretty much be almost over by the time you get there. That's just been my experience. So I recommend personally myself, I'm going to walk. If it's a Coreo de Luna panel, I'm definitely walking. I'm not taking the chance of missing it via the trolley. That was the experience I had last year. I missed the majority of the Judge Reinhold panel. The other thing is just enjoy yourself. Try not to get frustrated. Saturday is going to be hectic. There's no getting around it. It's always hectic. It's going to be hectic. It's probably going to be worse this year because of Chris Eccleston being there, and he's only going to be there Saturday. So it's even going to be more packed, stressed out. So just try to zen out and take it easy is about the best I can say on that one. But if you got any other questions, hit me up, message me. I'll be glad to try to, provide guidance, of what you can do to make your experience a lot better. But, basically try to enjoy yourself. Also, I'm going to post this on the group Facebook page for the Pensacon fan group. But I'll go ahead and say it in this video. I'm calling all Doctor cosplayers. I know there's going to be a lot of people cosplaying as various incarnations of the Doctor, even some gender bending going on, which is great. What I would love to do is be able to gather a lot of the Doctor Who cosplayers and get a picture where we have at least one cosplayer representing every official Doctor, all the way to number 13, and we can include 14 since we know the look. We know it's David Tennant and just a new set of clothes, so why not do the 14th Doctor? And since we know what Ncuti Gower's 15th Doctor is going to be wearing, we could do the 15th Doctor. So we could go all the way to the 15th Doctor, and include the War Doctor. Let's do it. So hopefully everybody, there'll be a lot of people interested in doing that because I think it would be awesome. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for your support. Please check out all the great content on the Geek This Week YouTube channel. Check out all the past panels from previous Pensacons, much more. Don't forget to check out the Hammer Blu-ray reviews and all other great content on the Geek This Week YouTube channel. 2023, I'm going to try to post this more than what I had in 2022. It's just going to depend upon my work schedule and family obligations, but hopefully I'll be able to post more. But thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great one. And I will be doing a final Pensacon review probably about the second week of February. And then after that, it's Pensacon bound. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, and catch y'all later.